morning. Halfway through the week, it's Wednesday morning. July 21st, halfway through the week. Here we are, baby boy, baby girl, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another So-So production. You know what it is, you know what time it is. Let's get it going. Sip, sip to you guys. A little cup of joy. I made myself as per usual. Halfway through the week already. July 21st. Where's the time go, man? It is buzzing by. It's just, buzzing by. Buzzing by fast. It's like, ooh, careful there, you might miss it. Comes in quick. It's quick. That's time. But then again, you just try to stay in the middle. Try to stay in the middle. Try to stay on neutral grounds. Don't be, don't be stuck in the past. Don't be looking too far ahead into the future, because then you'd be missing the present. And they say there's a gift in the present. There's a gift in the present. It's true, man. It's all we got. It's all we got, the present. And I'm making the most out of my time right now. Not gonna lie to you guys. Things are opening up. Things have opened up. Businesses are starting to little by little, expand a little bit. Everybody's stretching their wings, which is super nice. Your boy's been expanding as well, going out there, trying to make an extra buck or two, doing extra things, doing this, that, and just trying to occupy my time, use all my resources and all my skills and energies and just everything that I've got to the best of my capability. And that's it, baby. Time's just, flying by. You got to make the best of it. That's why I'm, going out there, doing a little bit of this, come in here, do a little bit of painting, come talk to you guys, chit chat, make a couple of jokes. Who knows, before we know when things, and I'm going to take it slow, baby. I'm going to take it super slow. I'm not in a rush. We've said this before. If you're a long-time listener, you know what it is. This is, right here's the slowest of the burns, baby. We burn, and it's litty, but it's going to be litty and burnt at a slow pace. Super slow, baby. So that's the thing, when comedy clubs start to go back to a normal where people can attend and, remove the masks so we can actually, see each other's facial expressions and whatnot. Well, your boy's gonna go in and politely knock and be like, hey there, how can I be of assistance? How can I be of service? And some of it might just, it might just be us showing up to the place and be like, okay, we don't, that's the thing, is you gotta take it slow, and everybody, we're all in the same boat. We're literally all in the same boat. It's a giant boat and we're all in it, and we're all cooperating. Everybody's just, everybody's checking up on each other. You got life jackets, sweet. You got, watch out for the icebergs. Typical boat activity, But everybody's just, pitching in, and that's gotta take it slow, baby. And wherever it takes us, we'll go along with it. But that's the thing. You show up, politely ask, hey, how can I be of service and assistance? And that's the thing. You one step at a time, just like visualizing, writing down ideas, thinking about different things, and then implementing action. And then little by little, things will evolve, and it's just getting better, baby. That's what we're here, we're doing it, and we're all about, here we're all about the evolution and getting better. And you just add on to it little by little. It's the trick to life. Just add little by little. Don't overdo it. Don't be sitting idle either. And your boy's never sitting idle, man. I'm always crafting something up. I'm always just, whipping something up. And that's what it is. But I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful for you guys. This has been, what a privilege, man. We've been together for some time now, but it's still, it's not even a year yet that we've been together. We're getting there. We're getting there, which is, it's been a long learning process, and I've still got so much to learn. So that's why, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for many different things, but like in this particular field, I'm very thankful for the peepsies with more life experience and overall just experience doing what I'm attempting to dabble in and get into, which is storytelling. Hopefully one day we get to, make jokes together and make each other laugh and just, share a good experience. But that's the thing, man. I'm so thankful for people with more experience, and because I look up to, who you are, the ones that the killers out there, the ones that are doing it, just, murdering with the jokes, and they've been doing it for years and years, and you see it. It's like, because, right now, where it's just like, because with just like anything, it takes time. It's like you want to make good wine, you can't just pour the grape juice instantly and wait for it to be like wine, right? You gotta, a little bit of grape juice, a little bit of like stomping with your dirty feet. Make sure you got the right bacteria in there, and then you gotta just set it and forget it. And we're doing it. We're doing it little by little. People have been doing it for many, many years. They've got so much experience, and it's so nice and refreshing, and it feels so good when you see somebody else, with experience and wisdom come just spit a couple of words, whether it's, I listen for the joke factor. I listen because some of you guys are just like fucking hilarious, bro. I love some of you guys. Most of you guys, but like some of you guys, I've just like, you don't even know, but like you're like family. But that's the thing. We're all like a family, but some of the, that's the thing. Yeah, I look up to you guys in different forms, ladies, gentlemen, and sometimes y'all just be like spitting facts of life. It's not even so much for the jokes that I like. It's just like sometimes you just connect with some people, and it's just like, man, and nobody's perfect, but sometimes, man, it's just that reassurance. You get up on a Monday morning, going through your thing, and then you're doing your projects, you're working on your craft, and then you go back, and then you're just, a little time to check on different people just to see where we're at and where they're at. And it's so, I'm so grateful, man, because people with more experience, you see it in their voice, you hear it in their act, you see it in their everyday life. They've just got more patience, they've been through it, they've been there, they've done that, they're still doing it, kicking butt, taking names, killing it, murdering it at the highest levels imaginable. And it's so refreshing to hear a change in attitudes and it really is a new tide. Things are shifting. I'm very grateful. So thank you guys for setting a great example. And yeah, I'm very thankful for the comedy scene. I'm very thankful for the comedy ladies and gents who are out there doing it every day, man. And there's different types, some people there's so many different types of comedy. And I'm just learning, man. I'm a newbie, I'm a wannabe, and I can't even call myself anything at this point. Literally, I'm just observing. I'm observing and I'm trying. That's what it is. But I'm very thankful because I've got and whatever you're dreaming about, whether you want to be doing whatever it is, there's so many great people that you can like look up to. It's just a matter of you picking and choosing what's suitable for you. And yeah, I've definitely got a lot of, I don't know what you want to call them. They're role models, they're guardian angels, I don't know what to call them. Just cool beings, really good human beings. Just, good peoples, that's what it is. So that's the thing, man. You hear a couple of words or a sentence, and sometimes you don't even expect it. You're just in there for the sheer experience of seeing the person or like hearing a joke or something. Sometimes they'll just like spit something out, and I'm like, oh, my heart feels that. It's just like connecting on such a human, spiritual level. It's just like, man, I feel you and I hear you, and thank you for yeah. And that's the thing, man. Your boy listens. Your boy's a receiver and transmitter, and that's you guys are all receivers and transmitters, and that's what it is, baby. We all got different skills and tools and powers that we got to utilize, but it takes time. Again, can't just squeeze a couple of grapes into a little bottle and be like, here's wine, right? It takes time to develop good wine. Again, dirty feet, big component, stinky wood. Like that's the thing, man. How do you guys how do you think wine is made? You don't think some person with dirty feet's getting there and like squishing your little grapes? If you think if you're drinking good wine, you bet your bottom dollar somebody with stinky feet was stomping some grapes. Okay, so that's what it. Right now we're just like we're learning how to stomp, and that's what it is, baby. That's what it is. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the viewers, the listeners. If you like these videos, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Hit those like buttons. Subscribe on YouTube. Search Rob Sadri so you can get the full-length videos. And if you want to support your boy in any other way, there's always Patreon, all right? So just pass the message around. It's all grassroots, little by little. You tell your friend, they're telling their friends. Everybody's just telling friends. It's crazy. And we're snowballing. But that's what that is, man. Yesterday, went for a walk because I needed to get out of my headspace. I needed to go for a walk and just, get some fresh air. That's what I did. I went out there, but normally I either look out the window just to see how the weather's doing, and do we have clouds? Is it a chance of scattered clouds with a chance of What is it? What are we dealing with? But yesterday I was just like, you know what? I need to go for a walk. Got up, didn't check the weather network, didn't check the weather outside. Got up, and as soon as I was like 10, 15 minutes away from my place, drip, drip, baby, I'm getting those little droplets of rain on my skin, and I'm like, shoot, ski, I'm still not ready to go back home. So, just gonna kind of mosey on down the street and trying to take refuge under a roof if it really picks up. And that's the thing, it picks up, it slows down. But I was out there and I had to stand in one spot for almost half an hour because it started to pour for a good 20-30 minutes, and I didn't bring an umbrella with me. I was just wearing a t-shirt and shorts, didn't want to get soaking wet. So I'm just I take refuge under a little under a little safe, under a little roof, if you will, classic roof. And I'm just observing people doing their things, people walking by in the streets, their kids, with their family, with their lovers, with their pets, with their everybody's walking and talking and doing their thing. Everybody's stuck in traffic, driving by. One little thing that I saw, this little, wasn't even an incident or anything. It was just an occurrence. Things occur. You're like, what happened? Things happen. That's what happened. There was a family walking by, mom and two kids, and maybe an aunt or a friend, or it was a female relative. I don't know what everybody's relationship was. That's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that this lady was walking with her two young kids, and little kids, babies, wee little babies, and then one of them just let go of her mom's hand, or his mom's hand rather. It's a baby boy, and just started to run right towards the traffic. And thank God no cars were moving. It was congested. Traffic was just idle, sitting. But he just starts to run through the traffic, and man, thank God, because the mom had good reaction, just pounced a few steps, and she's bigger. She's taking those giant mama leaps, and she grabbed onto his arm, yanked him back onto the sidewalk, and they continued down. That's the thing, man. It just reminded, because I've done that, man. I've run through traffic when I was a kid. I remember, and it's just one of those thoughts that just and you see certain things happen, and when accidents are about to go down or something's about to go down, your adrenaline keeps starts to pump, and you want to do something. You're like, your mind's thinking of things to do. Your body's it's glitching. Your body's trying to react with your mind and everything, but you want to work faster to avoid the accident or what have you. And this little fella, man, if the mom wasn't quick to respond, Jesus. And thank God there was no moving cars or anything. But that's kids, man. I've done that. I've definitely let go of my mom's hand when I was a kid and run to traffic, dude. Just that risk taker, baby. That's what I do. Keep everybody on their toes. But it reminded me, it was one of those things, and I'm just man, my heart rate just I saw the kid let go of the mom's hand, and I saw it in his eyes, because I know those eyes. I've had those eyes. I'm like, that kid's gonna run for it, and please let there be no accidents. And it was just it takes so much effort to keep these little buggers alive. Gosh, it's one of those things. That's just, sometimes, man, I don't, I think about too many things too much. I'm hyper sensitive and aware of a lot of things, and just the little things it made my heart just plummet to the ground. I'm like, when you want to do something, but it's happening way too fast, and you can't even have any reactions. You're just stuck there. You're in a headlight position, sort of, kind of. But it's not even my kid. I can't believe if it came down to it, I wasn't even close to that. Even if I jumped, I couldn't have done anything. But it was just grab the babies. Exhausting. Babies. It takes a lot to birth them. It takes so much. First of all, you gotta try so many times, apparently, with this. With the so many things that go into it, right? But preserving them, once they're out there, you got to preserve them, you got to save them, make sure they grow up to a certain age so they can differentiate between places where they can jump into and places where they can't jump into. And that's the thing, man. It just it was another refresh and a reminder that one day, if you are to become a parent, you can watch out for those, because they'll cause an accident. They'll just they don't understand, they don't get it, they're not fully developed. They don't understand the consequences of actions, and like you run into a car, you're gonna get hurt. Oh God, don't run into a car. Sigh of relief, I'll tell you that, man. But my heart rate was just like, it was pounding, dude. It was pounding. I was just like, I was stressed out. I was stressed. I don't even know how the mom, like, you know, that's the thing. She kept her cool, though, I'll tell you that. She kept her cool. So thank God nothing happened. But that's something that, you know, went down. At the same time, I was like, you know, I was under that roof, just like observing people, observing traffic, people walking by. Some people are sporting their umbrellas, so they don't care. They're just walking. And your boy's without an umbrella, so I'm just stuck there. And it's just one of those moments in life where it's like you want to be going somewhere, but sometimes you got to just, you know, pause, take a little break. It's okay. You know, we're not in a rush. We're not in a race. Nobody's in a race. Who's in a race? You're in a race? I'm not in a race. And that's what that is, baby. I'm just like observing cars, and I'm like, man, wouldn't it be great if we had more Velcro, like, yeah, Velcro on more things, on the back of cars, on all our clothes, because like sometimes you just want to like, and that's the thing. I'm like, maybe a kid is not, you know, maybe the kid doesn't, maybe kids don't have the right set of skills, or like, you know, they don't know, you know, it's like timing and coordination. But like as an adult, if I had some Velcro on my clothing, and there was like Velcro on the back of the cars, dude, and it's like sometimes you don't, because you want to get places, right? Just like, I wish that was a thing, dude, where you could just like run, chase a little car for like 5 seconds and just like attach, and you know, Velcro on, Velcro off, baby, till the next stop sign or the next light, wherever you want to get off. And again, kids don't do it because it's not safe, but as adults, it's still not safe. But like, you know, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. Cause sometimes you're like, man, I don't have any change on me. I don't want to go down. Like, I don't want to go take the bus or the subway, and I just want to like literally like, you know, just a block, dude, just a block. What's a block between you and I? You're already going that way anyway, right? You just want to latch on like a koala to the car, and that's the thing. I would really love to have that option of just like a lot of. We should just incorporate Velcro into our daily lives more. Just attach to things. It'd be nice. That noise that it makes when you're like detaching it, it's really good. It sounds really good. There's some, I don't know what it is. It's a little bit satisfying to some degree. Velcro. Attach it to the back of the cars. Do have like big patches of Velcro at the back of the cars, and you just run up, and you got a big patch of Velcro on your back, dude. So that actually makes sense. Have a big patch of Velcro, you know, on your back, whatever you're wearing, and just like run up, jump, twist, and turn, attach, and then, you know, detach upon arrival at your destination. And nobody's the wiser, or maybe they're the wiser, but that's the thing. If you're only moving like, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20K an hour, it's all good, baby. It's all good. That's the thing. Make the use of all the essential services, and it's just like, how do we battle congestion? Velcro. That's what it is. But the skies are clearing up, I'll tell you that. Straight up, the skies are clearing up, because it was getting gassy, dude. It was getting gassy. It was getting gassed up. We were getting, you know, smoke screen here, smoke screen there, gassed up here, gassed up there. It's just getting gassed, fumes everywhere. Where's it coming from? It's coming from the West Coast, dude. You're all gassy on the West Coast, and the gases and the fumes, all of a sudden for the past few days, they've been, you know, because gases and fumes, they move. They're not stagnant. They move. The molecules like to, you know, they're like, what's going on over there? That's what they say. And they get up and move, man. So the thing, you know, we've had a couple of wild rowdy fires, baby. These fires they're wild, baby. They're not your regular fires. They're wild fires. They like to party. So they start in one place, and the next thing you know, whoosh, whole forest is on fire. It's nuts. But the thing is, we've been getting gas, and everybody's like, who's passing the gas? I'm like, I'm not passing gas. Well, okay, sometimes, but like, you know, that's what it is. But that's not me, though. You can't put that on me. It's just like things are getting gassy out there. The fumes are out there. I was coming, and like you saw it in the evenings. A lot of people were like taking nice photos of the evening sky in Toronto. Like, oh, look at the sun. It looks like the sun is nice, giant, circular sun that we're used to, you know. But the backdrop was just like it looked kind of like grayish. It looked smoggy, And it made for cool photos. I saw a couple of cool photos. That's the thing. You looked up in the sky and you're like, man, I can kind of stare at the sun today because it's like there's something right there. But then you saw it kind of looked like a fog for a few days. It's definitely cleared up, I'll tell you that, because it rained. It rained, and that's what the rain does. But you're like, who's causing the gas? I'm like, I don't know who's causing the gases, but like, problems that we got to tackle, right? These trees are all like, that's the thing with these trees. They're all made of wood. So how do we tackle those issues? Fake trees, baby, plastic trees. We need more plastic. No? Okay. Just throwing out ideas, man. I'm just saying plastic doesn't burn. It does burn, okay, fine. Fine. Plastic burns too, okay. Plastic trees won't work. Throwing out ideas, but I'm just, okay, maybe like how do we control it? Because it was like, and everybody's just like, when it comes to the weather and the climate, everybody's like, always like, oh, the climate's changing, the weather's shifting. It's always been shifting and changing, and that's just nature, baby. That's nature for you. It gets cold, it gets hot. You have the ice age, you have droughts, you have deserts, which used to be, a long time ago, they used to be rainforests. You have rainforests that are like, deserts. You have deserts that are rainforests. Things, that's that. You go to the canyons. You go to the greatest of canyons. You see the different levels of like you see the different colors. You see the different colors of just like the earth, because like it used to be all just like it used to be all underwater. Different canyons, of course, different parts, and that's the thing. You see the different water reducing, water rising, and that's what that is. But why don't we tackle like tornadoes or like hurricanes or like heavy rainfall or lack of rainfall with the, because we can already do that, dude. I'm talking like let's get DARPA, let's get DARPA and like HARP. Let's get some harping in here, dude. HAARP, baby, harp. Let's harp that stuff. Or is that already like, is that the result of some harping? Because sometimes you're like, man, why is it raining so much? It's summer. But the rain is good. You don't want drought. But that's the thing. Like if we can conjure up a lot. We can pretty much like manipulate weather if we want to. We could, and this is people do it. People manipulate weather to do all sorts of crazy things. People get weather to like whether you want to hang out, weather's like not really. The next thing you know, you're hanging out with the weather. You're just manipulating weather. And why don't we, if there's a tornado coming, why don't we conjure up another tornado and like, bam, hit them together? It'd be like, maybe they're looking for a partner, because you always see like a tornado just by itself. Maybe it's searching for another tornado. Maybe it's lonely. So conjure up another tornado. Next thing you know, they're coupling up, going off to the horizon, baby. And it's no longer your problem. It's not my problem. And it's just like, get DARPA or like HARP to take care of it. Because otherwise you just you'd be dealing with the elements all by yourself. And nobody likes to deal with the elements all by, and that's the thing, whenever it comes to like dealing with elements, all we think of is just like, man, we need more, what we need is more budgets. We need more budgets and more funding, and we need another organization. We need to create another organization to fund it so that they can, with money, they can just tackle the change. That's whether it's climate change, whether it's like the weather is changing, whether it's whatever it is, we create organizations, and we're like, man, this is clearly a fiscal problem, dude. Talking fiscal, it's clearly a fiscal problem. There's not been enough fiscal in this beat. We need to just toss more money at it. And you're like, man, we're already tossing so much money at it. Why are we tossing so much money at this? And you're like, make it rain, baby, make it rain. You're just like, making it rain. You're making it rain. It's like, how much have we made it rain, dude? And it's like, man, we need to just, tackle this with more money. You're like, I've already given like millions, not me personally, but like, the governments. And you're like, no, well, we need billions. And then you're like, well, globally speaking, a billion's just not enough. We're gonna need trillions because this department, this organization's really, we got all sorts of tanks. We got think tanks. We got tanks, like genuine actual tanks, and then we got like think tanks, and they get together and they're like, how do we fix world problems? Money, just print out more money, and if you guys don't wanna, if you don't wanna do your part and you don't want to give enough money, well, shame on you, because we all know that this is just all about like the problems that we have. It's all about like, it's just not enough funding, essentially, is what it is, and that's what that is. So, do your part, which is basically just like try to stay informed. Like, don't, and that's the thing, man. Anything I say here is mostly for the shits and the giggles and the jokes and the laughs. Everything is basically left on the individual to decipher, and you got to figure out what's what. You got to figure out what's what. I just don't want people like panicking, just don't want people, because I don't want like, us going into like always this like highlight of this, highlight of that. It's burning. It's too much water. Not enough water. It's freezing. It's too hot. It's too cold. Things are changing. It's always changing, is what I'm saying. The thing is, when you panic and then you're like, man, let's take care. Absolutely. Do we need to take care of Mother Nature? Do we need to pollute less? Do we need to hold large corporations who are just like, dumping nuclear waste into the oceans, dude? Yeah, let's hold everybody accountable. But is it like the little things that I see sometimes, it's just like the little things that seems like you're doing something, but like really it's just a little band-aid. It's just a little whatever it is, it's just a little band-aid, so that everybody feels like they're doing something. Well, I'm doing this. I'm not even gonna like point to an example, but I'm not. Aren't you gonna do that little thing, dude? And it's like, sure, let's do that little thing. I mean, it's not gonna hurt me to do that little thing, but it's also not gonna stop whatever. Like, if we're causing earthquakes by like let's say like fracking, let's say hypothetically like fracking leads to earthquakes, hypothetically, let's stop or something, dude. But then again, you're like, man, we love drilling holes, and like I completely hear you. I love a good drilling operation, and I'm all about drilling holes and making tunnels and stuff, all about the underground, baby. But all in all I'm just saying is that, certain things have always existed, man. Like, the climate's always going to shift. It'll get colder, it'll get warmer, the moon's going to tilt a little bit, there's going to be a tsunami here, something's always going to happen. I don't want people to be caught off guard, but at the same time, I don't want people just like rush in to fix the problem with just like, well, we need another department or an organization and we need to fund it. Bring all your fund. Let's gather at the G20 summit. Let's gather at the UN. Let's gather together and just bring more money. And then and that's the thing. We always think that money's not the answer that you're looking for. Maybe it is, but that's the thing. Money's not gonna, you can't save the environment with, dollar bills. That's all I'm trying to say. It takes like actual action and like initiatives. Like, dude, let's not dump nuclear waste into the oceans. Let's start with that. How about that? Let's not dump nuclear waste into the oceans. Food for thought. All I'm saying, or like, could we all use less plastic in our daily lives? Heck yeah, of course. But does this, again, I don't want this to be like, I don't want people panicking. I don't want people to be like, this is it. If we don't take action, this decade is the last decade. And this has been being pushed for like, it's been being pushed, dude. Some people are pushing. People are shoving, people are pushing and shoving things because there's money to be made. That doesn't, objectively looking at it, there's definitely things that we need to tackle, but like, is it always going to be fixed with money? And like, you're not committed, man. I'm not seeing enough bills. I'm not seeing enough billies. You're not pouring enough money into it. Let's, a little bit of that balance is good. That's all I'm trying to say. because I don't want the next decade, I don't want the next thing to be, because we always have these, like, we always like to conjure up little issues that we like to tackle, and then the way we tackle these issues is with more funding and with more departments. We need another, we need another organization to really focus. We need to get a couple of think tanks and a couple of organized people in an organization. We're gonna work together, and 10 years goes by, and you're like, what happened to all the money we gave you? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I need more money. It's just like, let's pump the brakes, baby. And things are looking good, of course. Things are looking good. People are, that's the thing, man. At the end of the day, everything, whenever like this, it'll swing. The pendulum always swings to the far ends of the spectrum, but it always swings back to somewhere in the middle. People get their senses together. Because the truth comes out. The truth comes out no matter. It just takes a little bit of time, and us, going not to, this is not to. We're not dismissing nothing. We're not dismissing nothing. Everything is as real as it gets, baby. Here we're all about the realities being real, for real. So but it's sometimes, do people sometimes use particular, events that are going down to just to spice it, or like fan the flames a little bit more, just to make it seem a little bit more drastic than it actually is, and get you worried about, oh, it's rising, the water is it's always rising, and it's depleting, and it's going up and down, dude. That's the thing. We need to always be ready. It's been happening always. There's always been floods. There's always been, droughts. There's been ice age, baby. Things melt, things freeze. It's just how you react to it, and just like coming up with like, oh, we need more money to fix this issue. It's not a money issue. Maybe a little bit of it, but it's just like, man, people get together and like, oh, like, G20 summit, G7s. What do we need? More money. What do we? And it's like, man, it's like millions and billions go into it, and then all of a sudden, again, 10, 20 years passes by, and you'll still be hearing people asking for more money. It's just like, clearly, it's not being handled with care, or it's just what it is. We need to, bigger corporations need to, hold a large chunk of the responsibility. If you're producing large amounts of goods and services, and you're polluting a lot into the environment, find better ways of producing goods and services. Because the thing, at the end of the day, we all use plastic, we all use, oil, and, petrol goes into everything. And we're like, we got to step away from using oil. It's not just the gasoline that goes into your car, dude. Oil gets used up in everything. I'm talking like ladies' makeup, dude, and many other things. That's just like one example. But the thing that why would I bring up ladies' cosmetics and like makeup? Well, because it's like, that's the thing. Oil goes into so many things that we use on a daily that we don't really necessarily associate it with. We're like, oh, I'm doing my part, and we are all doing our part. But that's the thing. I don't want it to just be like, let's I'm a little bit cheesed, dude, I'm a little bit cheesed about the paper straws, dog. If I'm being completely honest, it's really just, you start drinking your little drink out of the paper straw, and like 5 minutes into your drink, the paper is like softening up, and it's just like a limp little, and it's just not working, and it's just getting soggy and wet and moist, and things aren't feeling right. And that's all I'm trying to say. Balance. Baby boys, baby girls, that's life, baby. It's all about that balance, man. Coming in here every day, trying to, just do it better, with more balance, with a little bit of grace. You stumble and fall sometimes. Just get back up and do it again. Just get back up and do it again. But that's the thing, when it comes to like narrowing down what's right, what's wrong, there's so many different angles and perspectives on so many different issues. And so don't just like, what I'm trying to say is, don't just take everything as presented to you. Don't just be like, oh, don't freak out, because that's the thing. The news cycles, the media, the corporate media rather, the They're always just like, they're always, because they know what sells, baby. Fear sells, and, shocking headlines sell. And you need people to just be constantly like worried about something. 'Cause you need to just get people behind you. You need people to tune in. How do you get people to tune in? Well, scare them, scare them, scare them, scare them, and just put in more fear. And we're not about that, dude. We'll tackle issues with we'll try to be as objective as possible. And most of the time, we're just trying to, have a good time. Have a good time. Get a couple of jokes, get a couple of laughs. Tell a couple of stories. Share an experience. Share life experiences with each other. That's what it is, baby. I love you guys. Thank you all for the love and support. Stay safe out there. You already are, man. You guys are doing amazing. We're back at it, baby. Things are opening up. Things have opened up. We're kicking butt, taking names. Wherever you are in and around this world, whether you're in Canada, you're watching and listening, thank you very much. If you're down in the US, thank you very much. If you're further down in South America, thank you very much. If you're in Europe and you're watching, thank you very much. If you're in Asia, you're watching, you're like, man, I need subtitles. I know, right? That's the thing. Thank you for watching. And if you're in Antarctica and you're like, you're probably not watching in Antarctica because, again, you got to be worried about the elements. But if you're out there in Antarctica tuning in the show, thank you very much for the love and support. Sending you all positive vibes, positive energy. Go get it out there. We're getting it together. We're going after it together, baby. Baby boy, baby girl. We're going to be back here again on Friday, as per usual. And I love you guys, man. That's all I can say. Just relax. Take it easy. Try to look at everything with, don't go in there jumping in with the notion of fear and like, oh my God, freaking out about things. Relax. Everything is A-okay. You just need to be, keep doing the little good things that you're already doing. All right? Love you guys. Stay safe out there. I'll be back here again on Friday. We'll see each other soon. Go get it out there. Peace out.